what I'd like to do today is introduce our guest speaker and give him all the time that he deserves and he needs. You know, he was watching planes go overhead as he was in his home country, and he got fed up and fed up and fed up and said, one day I'm gonna jump on one of these planes and get to the United States of America. He did it. He did it in 2000. I think it was April 2002. Matter of fact, I remember his story. In April 2002, he said, I'm out of here. And he jumped on the plane, landed in Baltimore, Maryland, saw the landed there, start working at Applebee's, and said, you know what, there's got to be a better way. You know, I can make, and then somebody turned him on the idea he can make money by talking to people rather than flipping burgers. And let's say this, he got started, the rest is history. This young man, I've seen his rise to the top of ACN. I've seen a little bit of a setback, and I see him rise back up again to get right where he wants to go. He will be the first and youngest senior vice president that ACN has to offer, and he's on track for it too. As you know, since he's been on our calls, he popped 2 RVPs in his organization, so he's very close. So without further ado, I don't know if he's in Miami today. I don't know if he's in Baltimore, Maryland today. I don't know if he is in Houston, Texas today. He's bouncing all over the world. It's like me. You don't know where I'm going to show up. I'm like Waldo. Where am I today? I guess you guys can tell where I'm at today. Where I'm at? Yeah, you know where I'm at today. I gave it away when I showed you this. Without further ado, the regional vice president, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. Yes, I'm actually in Miami. You see the palm trees in the background? These are real. Yeah. This is the real background. It's not virtual. But how you guys doing today? Today is going to be a little different, as you all can see. Me and Mr. Thomas is traveling the world and building our business. So it's always good to just get outside and just do something different. But I'm really excited to be on a call today. For the people on the call who don't know who I am, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently 29 years old, got involved in this opportunity about 9 years ago. Next year, we're making my 10th year anniversary. So I've been doing this since I was 20 years old. But what really got me excited about the business was when they said that we can get paid on bills. I said to myself, if I want to do any business, I want to do a business where people can get paid on something for the rest of their life. But I didn't know that it was going to grow to the point where it's at today, where I have 2,000 plus business partners in my organization. We're getting paid on thousands of customers every single month. But honestly, what I love most about the opportunity that it gave me the chance to travel the world and to be able to just build my dream, you know, because one of the things that I always wanted to do was I always wanted to build a business where I can travel the world, make money, and I didn't have to clock into a 9 to 5. So today, call is just about having a conversation with you guys about going after your dream, because I remember when I first seen the business, I started dreaming again, because I remember being in college saying to myself, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And then the opportunity came across. And one thing I tell people is that when you have an opportunity to do something great, take advantage of it. And I took advantage of the first opportunity where I really believed that it could change my life and generations to come. And I gave it 100%. A lot of times when people see opportunities like ACN, they think it's too good to be true. And they honestly don't believe deep down that they can really go out there and achieve everything that the top people in the company said is out there. But one thing I can tell you is that it's honestly true. For the past 9+ years, I've had the opportunity to travel the world with ACN, to be able to go on the trips, to have conversation with these top individuals. And what I noticed is that they was just like me. They're nobody special. They didn't have any type of special training. Most of these people was their first time doing the business. But what really got me excited was that they said that all you had to do was just continue to work and never give up. As long as you continue to work, be consistent, and never give up, that has been my recipe for almost 10 years now. And if you do that over and over a long period of time, anyone can have success with opportunity. I don't care if you're from Yale or you're from jail. A lot of times when I tell people it's not easy, but it's simple, because we do the same thing. Think about it. All we do is talk to people. Listen, when you just get great at just becoming a people person, then you'll have a lot of success in business. Because that has been my secret in the business. I talk to everybody. I make myself likable. I do a lot of weird, crazy things in order for people to compliment me. For example, before I got involved in ACN, I just wore the suit, keep the clean cut. And I said to myself, man, I got to switch it up. I have to become a new person. I literally changed the entire person I used to look like. For example, when we was on a trip in Mexico, there was some senior vice presidents that I haven't seen in a while. And they just kept walking past me. And I'm like, why are they walking past me like they don't know me? But then after a while we sat down, it was like, oh my God, I didn't even know it was you. So I became a whole new person, and I rebranded myself over and over and over and over throughout my career, because people have to see you grow. People have to see that you're evolving. People have to see that you're getting better. People got to see that you're improving in life, because at the end of the day, it's not about what you say, it's what about what you do. And if people don't see you growing, people don't see you improving, people don't see that you're going out there actively chasing after your dreams, then no one is going to believe in you. And that's all it comes down to. You believing in yourself so much that other people start to believe in whatever you got going on. Because now in my career, no matter what business or anything that I choose to partner up with, people always are going to want to do business with me because they see that I was already successful in one business and I've been consistent for almost a decade. Most people in business don't even last 3 to 6 months. So imagine being in your 20s and building a business where you're now almost at your 10th year anniversary as an entrepreneur. And you haven't worked a job since November of 2013, almost 10 years. So I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just telling you that my story is different, because everything that I just told you guys is what I did. I just never gave up. I didn't know anything about business. I didn't have any business training. I'm really nobody special. I'm just a hustler, and I would never give up, and I would never quit. And I'm always going to try to figure out how to get to the next level. When I told people I was going to do the business, I was going to become a big deal, everyone laughed at me. They didn't believe me. And then I went out there and I made it happen. And then when I continued to grow in the business, when everyone around me left and right was leaving and quitting and just disappearing, I looked left, I looked right, I was the only person there. And I understood that, man, the 1% rule is true. As long as you never give up and you outlast everyone around you, you will get to wherever you're going. Because you don't have to come for money. You don't have, listen, I came from Baltimore. Literally, nobody in Baltimore have ever been this successful in network marketing in history. People, honestly, when I first got involved in the business, people said, man, you're going to jail for scamming people. You're taking people money, because they didn't understand the concept of network marketing. And now when you look back, all of those people that laughed at me are now people that want to do business with me. So first, everyone is going to laugh at you. Everyone is not going to believe in you. But most of the time, most people don't stick it out long enough to where as though you dream come true so much that everyone want to be a part of it. Everyone want to be a part of your dream. Because at the end of the day, look at Mr. Thomas, for example. I honestly remember when I first got involved in the business and I watched his story. And honestly, I remember him, the cars, the home, the Las Vegas lifestyle. It got me excited because I used to look up to people like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather lived in Las Vegas. Mr. Al Thomas, he was living the Floyd Mayweather type of lifestyle. And I seen it through AC. And I said to myself, man, when I get a little older and seasoned in life, that's what I want to be like. Travel the world, just the glasses, the whole swagger. Like when you grow and you season in life, that's how you want to become. So when I seen it, I said to myself, man, I want to do that. And honestly, his story and just seeing what he has been able to build, seeing the network, him talking about having billionaire mentors and things like that, those are all of the things that I used to say to myself. So I just seen myself in him, and I said to myself, you know what? It's possible. It's possible. It's just like the other day when I was at Whole School in Houston, and a guy, he's probably like in his 50s, but he pulled up in a Rolls Royce truck at Whole School. He was smoking a cigar. But I'm like, man, I want to be able to drive a $400,000 car when I'm in my 50s and smoke a cigar, and just, it's like a normal everyday thing. And most people, they're not into materialistic things, but we can agree that if you're going to work hard in life, why not just have the best? That's just what I believe. Why not have the best? Because at the end of the day, you're going to work hard regardless. You're going to work hard regardless. So you might as well live life to the fullest while you put in the work. And a lot of times I tell people, just put in the work now. Just for the next 3 to 5 years, put your head down, write a game plan, and just get to work. See, if you just do that for the next 3 to 5 years for anything that you want, I promise you, you can make it happen. I tell you guys on the call all the time about journals, writing on your goals. Listen, a lot of times I'm really just repeating the same thing. I'm just saying it a different way. Because at the end of the day, success is success. If you follow the formula for success, you will always be successful. 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. So again, if you follow the simple formula, you don't have to be no one special. At the end of the day, I told you guys, I was 20 years old. college dropout, no business. I didn't even know anything about network marketing. I didn't even know what it was. But what I understood was that I had a goal. I said to myself, I'm going to the top of this company. And I don't care how long it takes me. I was prepared in my mind for everything that was to happen. I was prepared in my mind. And guess what? When the ups was there, I had fun. When the downs was there, I still had fun because I always knew that I was still going to get to the top of where I was going. I just knew it was going to happen. And I knew that nothing can stop me as long as I had believed in myself. But more importantly, I believe in the system. Because one thing they told me was that, listen, you can be the greatest person in the business, but if you don't have a system in place, then you'll always be a part of the people that's working a high-paying job. Because yes, you'll be making good money, but you're always working. And I told myself that, guess what? I didn't want it to always work. I told myself that I wanted to be able to build a business where I can travel, work, make money, and enjoy my life, where I did not have to sacrifice either my time or my money to enjoy life to the fullest. I didn't want to sacrifice it. So because I didn't want to sacrifice it, I told myself I needed a system in place. And if you're on this call, you might be great at doing the business. But again, as I repeat, if you don't have that system in place, you're not going to be able to travel and be able to build a business that, guess what? It grows without you. That's the best part about this business, that, listen, I don't even know my team anymore. I literally don't even know the people in my organization. Every day there's new people signing up. I'll see them at convention. I'll see them. Actually, this Friday, I'll be in Maryland for the ACN Emerge event. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll be traveling on the road. Then I might come back to Miami next week before I stop back in Houston. Just imagine being able to travel, do what you want to do, go where you want to go, and your business still grows without you. That's the whole purpose of this business. It's not just about making money, because anyone can make money. There's people that's millionaires that don't have the freedom that I have, because most of the time people equate success to time. They equate success to money, but a lot of time is, if you have money and you have time, then you're successful, because that's the ultimate goal. Your ultimate goal is not to work 16 hours a day for the rest of your life. The ultimate goal is not to work until you're 65 years old. The ultimate goal is to work and make money when you're working and when you're not working. And when you are working, you love what you're doing, so it doesn't really feel like work. See, once you get to the point where you start doing something and it does not feel like work anymore, that's when you're successful. Successful is not just having $1 million in the bank account. Because again, money is numbers, it's infinite. You can always get it, but if you don't have the true currency in the world that really matters, which is your time, then you don't have anything. So again, the ultimate goal in this business is to put your head down for 3 to 5 years. Maybe it's 10 years, maybe it's 15 years, maybe it's 20 years. I don't know how long it's going to take you, but why does the time matters? You're going to get older anyway. And a lot of times I tell people, why are you trying to rush the process? You can't rush the process. Why not just go through what you got to go through for a few years to have the rest of your life back? Because that's ultimately what it's about. It's not just about chasing after a dollar amount. It's about chasing after that time freedom, so you can spend time with your family, where you can be there with your kids. That's another reason why I love this business. I'm with my son all the time. We do stuff together every day. We go out to restaurants. We just do whatever we want to do. And I didn't have that growing up with my dad, but the fact that I can do that with my son now, where he live a totally different lifestyle that I always dreamed that I have, but now my son is living that through me, it's crazy. So again, it's not just about the money. It's about just being able to create a lifestyle that makes you happy. Not makes your mom happy, your spouse happy, but create a lifestyle that makes you happy. Because this is why I get up every single day and I keep going, because I know I have a son that's looking up to me, and I had to set him up for generations. But I know that I have other business partners and people that's like my family members that's now they're looking up to me. So again, you have people that's following after you. So what are you going to do? You're going to let them down, or you're going to be the person that said, you know what? I'm going to lead from the front, and I'm going to be the person that break down the doors so that the rest of my business partners and the rest of the people that I love can now have the formula to be successful. Because at the end of the day, either you're going to sacrifice now or you're going to sacrifice later. I'd rather sacrifice now. I'd rather put in the time now, get it over with. Because most people, they keep pushing success back over and over and over and over. And by the time they look up, they 50 plus years old. There's nothing wrong with being that, but by the time I'm 50 years old, I need at least $50 million. But that's just my goal, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna work hard for something that you can pass down for generations. That's just my entire form. If you're gonna work hard, why not put you and your family in position so where you guys can live like the 1%? Because that's the lifestyle I want. That's why I'm in Miami. I have to put myself around the environment that I want to be. I want to be able to be next to the $1 million yachts. I want to see the mansions. I want to see the high rises. I want that for me. So I have to put myself around it. Sometimes most people don't even go to the dealership to sit in a car that they want. I was just at the Rolls Royce dealership 3 days ago. Right before I left, I was at the Rolls Royce dealership. Listen, put yourself around the things that you want, because you're only going to become just like your environment. So if you hang around a positive environment, you're going to be positive. But if you hang around a negative environment, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a negative experience. So again, I changed my environment, and now I just put myself around what I want. When I'm in Houston, Texas, I'm in a rich neighborhood. I hang out where the wealthy people hang out. I shop where the wealthy people shop. I go to the best grocery stores, because those are the people that I want to network with. Those are the people that I want to rub shoulders with. You got to change your environment in order to change your life. You got to change it, because that's what worked for me. I was in Baltimore and I started traveling. I started seeing the world more. And I said to myself, you know what? It's more out here, and I'm going to go get it all. And I'm not going to let nobody stop me from getting to where I need to go. And that's the mindset that everyone on this call, I don't care if you're 18 or if you're 81, you can still achieve whatever you want to achieve if you believe in it. But a lot of times, most people, they don't believe in it. They just don't believe. And guess what? No one can make you believe. It's like asking me to go to the gym and work out for you. It's only going to benefit me. It's not going to do nothing for you. You actually have to go out there and do the work. And if you do the work and you see the results, you will be successful, but it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. And I don't know exactly when you're going to have your breakthrough. But even when you have your breakthrough, you still got to keep pushing. You can't give up. And then you have to build the system that's one day going to give you that time freedom, so where you now can truly enjoy this thing called success, where you have the time and you have the money together. So you're now able to do some of the things that you always really wanted to do without sacrificing one or the other. So I'm really excited. So next week, I'll be back in Maryland. So you guys are going to get a chance to have a more detailed training. We're going to be more into the month, because after me leaving Miami and going to the Emerge event this weekend, I mean, the information is, listen, if you're not putting in work right now for your dreams, and especially with ACN, because this right now, what's going on, I remember hearing about 2008, how ACN had its best years when the economy was going crazy. Listen, you can have the same thing happen for you times 100. I'm telling you, right now, position yourself. While everyone is just sitting back, playing around, position yourself so that way when people start rushing to our industry, they can now be a part of your organization. Because if it happened in 2008, I'm telling you, what's about to happen now, if you position yourself, you're going to win big. But it's only going to be a few amount of people that actually go out there and do it. So I thank you guys for being on the call today. Hopefully I was able to inspire somebody to go out there and just chase your dreams. Like, whatever you want to do, just believe that you can do it. And don't let nobody stop you from actually going out there and achieving that. That's the number one thing with me. I don't let anyone get in the middle of my goals. If you're getting in the middle of my goals, you got to get out of the way. Because nothing comes first before my dream. Because without my dream, I don't have anything. If I stop dreaming today, then it's over. And most people, they're not buried until they're 65. But by the time they're 25, they have no dream. So in life, when you look at it, what are you really living for? If you're not dreaming, you don't have goals, and you don't have inspiration and things like that, then you're here, but you're really not here. So I thank you guys again for being on the call. And I look forward to being back next week. And I thank you again, Mr. Thomas, for having me as a special guest speaker.